Hey there, it's Chuck with MTG The Journey here, and we are here with another Theros draft. And obviously we are going to take this Iroas here. It would be foolish not to. And I am going to go back to my limited queues here and leave this M14 queue. Sorry about that. I was hoping for queuing up an M14, but that did not happen. So here we have Nyx Fleece Ram, we have Phalanx Formation here, Double Strike until end of turn, which would be really nice. Supply Line here is really nice, and so is Oresco's Swift Claw here. That's really nice. Nyx Fleece Ram is great. I really like this card, and I'm going to pick it just because of the fact that it gains us 1 life at the beginning of our upkeep. And with this Iroas here, we have a ton. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures that we control. That is just incredible. That almost forces us into red-white here. Not that we will ignore things that are beyond that. But I think Binding Flare is fine here, as we can pick that up pretty easy. Here, this guy is actually pretty good. Spite of Mogus deals damage to target creature equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Ugh, that's kind of gross. Font of Ire deals 5 damage to target player. That's actually really nice. And we have Pensive Minotaur or Armament of Nyx. And enchanted creature has double strike as long as it's an enchantment. That seems pretty decent. So we'll go ahead and pick up one of those. Why not? It may not be 4th round pick, but we'll go with that. And Sigilid Skink here is actually really decent, and Ajani's Presence is really decent too. But I would rather have an actually Reprisal as an instant is not bad. So we'll go ahead and pick up Reprisal here. And Starfall's fine, and Gluttonous Cyclops is fine. Here, really, there is not a ton here that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Starfall, because it's removal. I think that's fine. And really here, I mean, there's not really a whole lot going on here. Mortal Obstinacy, I guess, is fine. Really, this just been kind of garbage. Like, everything's been kind of garbage. And Harvest Guard All Seeds here is actually pretty decent. So that's not awful. So we'll go ahead and pick up a Harvest Guard All Seed here. And again, the Sigilid Skink is not bad. So we'll go ahead and go with that. And again, we come back to Font of Ire, so we'll go ahead and pick that up. And this next pick is going to be pretty gross for us. It's not going to be very good at all. And here we really only have 4 creatures so far, but we do have a lot of stuff that interacts pretty well with a lot of heroic stuff, which there wasn't a lot of heroic stuff published or produced in Journey into Nyx, so that's fine too. Satyr Hoplite is actually fine. I don't see a problem with that. And we could even go Bloodcrazed Hoplite here. And that's fine. I'm going to go Bloodcrazed Hoplite here, because we could always splash a third color here as well. And deals damage equal to the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. Font of Ire is actually better. I probably won't use 2 of them, just because, but we'll go ahead and pick it up anyways. And Cruel Feeding's actually not a bad target for things either. Return Reveler's fine. I mean, we're not going to play Return Reveler. That's just way out of our wheelhouse here. So we will see, and Kiora. How can we pass up Kiora? Like, and really, honestly, there's nothing else besides Nyxborn Rollicker here that's even worth picking up anyways. Oresco's Sun Guide's not bad. We're going to go ahead and pick up Kiora. Like, holy cow. Iros and then Kiora back to back. Like, goodness golly, could we get any better of money rares here? I mean, it's just disgusting almost. Acro and Skyguard here is perfect. So we are going to definitely pick that. And Kiora is just amazing. Like, how do you not take a Kiora? Yeah. So, anyways, like, sorry for just taking obvious money rares, but like, sometimes you just have to. Like, it's just that easy to. And here, like, Reckless Reveler is okay. Great Heart is okay, but Asphyxiate is way better. So we're going to take Asphyxiate. Like I said, if we have to splash for a third color, that's fine with me. And if we're not getting things that are worth playing in our colors, then we have to go with what's there. And Mortal's Ardor or Nyxborn Rollicker here. I'm going to go with Nyxborn Rollicker just because it's a creature, and we are very creature light at this point. And this is an early creature that we can get out there, or we can bestow it for 2, which is fine as well because it targets something. And here we have Loyal Pegasus, which is fine. We have Whims of the Fates, but I'm not really into that. Necrobite's fine. Stormcaller of Kiranos is fine, but Revoke Existence is decent, and I think Loyal Pegasus here just wins out. That's going to be my pick. It just has the flying, and Black Oak of Odinus here is fine, but Elite Skirmisher is way better. So we're going to go ahead and take Elite Skirmisher here. And Excoriate here is great. Reckless Reveler again is It's okay. Scouring Sands is not fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and take the Excoriate here just for the removal value. And here Cyclops is going to be my pick because again we're a little bit creature short, so we're going to want some creatures in here. And Griffin Dreamfinder seems pretty decent. And again, another Elite Skirmisher is not bad. But Griffin Dreamfinder I think is better. Anytime we can get flying creatures, I tend to go for them. And here, Epiphany Storm I think is fine. Hold at Bay I'm not a huge fan of. And Epiphany Storm probably won't make the initial cut here. And Servant of Timeret is fine. I actually really like Servant of Timeret here. So we're going to pick that up. And we'll pick up a Marsh Mist Titan, even though we probably won't end up using it. And Forsaken Drifters is definitely not going to get played. And again, another Evanescent Intellect here. It's just not even worth talking about, because it won't get played. And so far, we're batting 2 for 2 on opening up just great cards on our packs for our rares. So maybe we'll get really lucky here. And Titan of Eternal Fire, each human we have. Oh man. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Spearpoint Warrior is really nice. Sentry is really nice. Heliod's Emissary is really, really nice. And I think Heliod's Emissary here is just the better pick, because Spearpoint Warrior has first strike, or we can tap a creature. And I think Heliod's Emissary is just better. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up. Flamespeaker Adept is fine. Divine Verdict is really nice. The Last Breath is decent. Acro and Hoplite's not bad either, so we'll go ahead and pick that up. Perforos' Emissary is really, really nice here. And another Gray Merchant. And Scholar is not bad. And Titan Strength is also not bad. But Perforos' Emissary is definitely the winner here. And here, Stone Shock Giant, because we're going to need some things at the top end of this. So Stone Shock Giant is fine. Temple of Deceit does not help me at all. So that's not something I'm even slightly interested in. Setessan Battle Priest is fine. I like that. And here, Spearpoint Warrior is actually decent, but Battle-Wise Valor gives us the Scry and a +2/+2 till end of turn, which is a little bit better than some of the other stuff we might even have. Here, Cavern Lampad is fine. If we go for the adding a black splash here. I like Cavern Lampads a lot. This is not great. And Two-Headed Cerberus is decent here, so we'll go ahead and pick that up. And back to this option here. I think I'm going to go with Unknown Shores here, just in case we do splash the black here. And Deathbellow Raiders is fine. And here I think even Asphodel Wanderer is fine. And giving an Equipped Creature flying, or destroying a target enchantment. I'm going to go with destroy target enchantment. That just seems better. Yoked Ox is decent here. We'll take the Loathsome Catobleepus, or what, Catobleepus. I'm not sure how you say that. So, Catobleepus. Sure. So here we're going to go ahead and build our deck, and we have a lot to choose from here. We are going to go ahead I'm sorry. I'm a little bit stopped up at the moment. Here, I feel like Loyal Pegasus is definitely in. Nyxborn Rollicker seems like a decent option here, as it does target as well as. And Siglid Skink is decent. Setessan Battle Priest is decent. And Siglid Skink here is kind of a maybe, actually. A 2-1 for 1 is not bad, though. Nyxly's Ram I really like. Deathbellow Raiders I really like. And Acro and Skyguard is in. Acro and Hoplite is in. The Harvest Guard All Seeds. The Elite Skirmisher. Those are both in. The Perforos is Emissary. The Irois is no duh. Heliod's Emissary I like. And Cyclops is fine. And Stone Chalk Giant and Griffin Dreamfinder here are definite ins. So here, the Intimidate is really nice on Cavern Lampads. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add that. Excoriate is fine, other than Asphyxiate, which is also decent, but with the double black casting cost, it's going to be really hard to attain. So Excoriate is fine. Battle-Wise Valor I really like here. So that is in. Siglid Skink I think is fine. We'll add that for our 17th creature. And here, Mortal Obstinacy is fine. Cruel Feeding is also decent. Blinding Flare, any number of target creatures can't block this turn. And Font of Ire I think is deserving of a 1-drop slot here. And Starfall I really think is going to make a big difference, so we'll go ahead and add that in. And Armament of Nyx here is a very decent pick to put in here, I feel. And Reprisal seems like a sideboard card to me. So here it's going to be a choice between what is better to put in. And I feel like at this point our maybe even Epiphany Storm is decent here. Because I don't want to go for the double casting cost Asphyxiate here. That seems dangerous to me. To have the double black to be able to cast that. It's just hard to come by. And maybe this is just fine the way it is. So maybe we'll go ahead and just add our land here. So it says 8, 8, and 1. So to me, double white, double red. I'm going to go ahead and go down to 7 and 2 here, and 8 of white. And just go ahead and go with that. And we will see how this pans out for us. So, again, thanks for watching, and this has been Chuck with MTG The Journey, and we will see you in Game 1.